Hey guys, and welcome back to 13 Nights of Magic, a series going over some of the more creepy and disturbing characters found in Magic the Gathering lore. Today let's look at a dragon who loves to conquer and pillage, a being who brings death and suffering wherever it beats its wings. The great and powerful gotcha! I'm actually referring to Dragonlord Kolaghan on the plane of Tarkir. Sorry for the misdirection in the beginning, guys. I know you all want me to do Nicol Bolas, but he's probably getting a lot more attention with Amonkhet, so just try to hold off for a little longer. As for today's video, let's examine the only Elder Dragon of Tarkir I didn't get around to when it was in Standard. Better late than never, I guess. This is Kolaghan. Kolaghan, known as the Storm's Fury, is a massive dragon imbued by the essence of lightning, born from the massive tempest of magic created by Ugin, the spirit dragon. Her and her brood were born amid a powerful storm, emerging with lightning breath as opposed to fire, and with an unmatched speed in flight. Kolaghan specifically was born with 4 separate feathered wings, making her the fastest dragon on Tarkir. She's also physically quite large, with sharp spines covering a vast majority of her body. Before she reached the status of Elder Dragon, Kolaghan and her brood terrorized the arid hills and steppes of Tarkir. They hunted everything they could, including massive beasts and the clans which settled the land below. Kolaghan cared little for the actual prey she killed, rather taking enjoyment from the hunt itself. The chase, leading up to the pivotal moment of capture, this is what drove Kolaghan and her brood. The clans below, namely the Mardu, were some of Kolaghan's fiercest opponents, proud lives fighting for freedom. While both sides sought domination over the other, the ancient Khans and their warrior clans would prevail after the death of Ugin the Spirit Dragon. With Ugin's death, the Dragon Tempest died with him, meaning no new dragons would be born to Tarkir. The constant surge of dragons ceased, and the clan slowly gained the upper hand, eventually killing every last dragon on the plane. Since then, the Mardu have grown into a large horde, traveling and pillaging what it needs from the surrounding areas, conquering land, but never governing it. They became much like the dragon who terrorized them so many years ago, even taking the wings of Kolaghan as their sigil, and using the skull of the once prominent dragon as their Khan's throne. But of course, this is Tarkir, and history isn't really written in stone. With the events of Fate Reforged, Sarkhan Vol traveled deep into Tarkir's past and prevented Ugin's death. The tempests never stopped, and dragons never died out. Rather, they toppled the ancient Khans and the clans would never form. In their place, dragon clans rose up around the new Dragonlords of Tarkir, one of which being Kolaghan herself. For years, Kolaghan would soar through the arid skies of the Tarkir plains, hunting and bringing storms with her brood. Those horse riders and nomads of the land that would have become the Mardu began to follow in the wake of her dominance. They would ride beside her and her brood, ever impressed by her speed and honored to race behind them in battle. Unlike the other dragon clans and their elder leaders, Kolaghan never spoke directly to her followers, refusing to take a true seat at the head of the clan. True to her nature and the nature of the former Mardu, Kolaghan had no desire to lead. While the others spoke Draconic and taught their most devout worshippers the tongue so that they could communicate with one another, Kolaghan never said a thing, choosing to speak with flashes of lightning and booming storms instead, even if only to display her dominance over the clan. While she didn't lead in a traditional manner, Kolaghan did hold power over the clan, becoming a brutal, unforgiving, and unpredictable elder dragon. Under her rule, the name Mardu became forbidden and punishable by death, over time resulting in the people forgetting that the clans and Khans ever existed in the first place. The Kolaghan clan follow their winged leader hunt after hunt, taking what they want when they want it, becoming more savage and brutal than they would have been in another timeline. Where the Mardu had a sense of honor, those of the Kolaghan clan demand freedom, not from their dragon, but from civilization, rules, limits, and honor. They routinely attack the other clans in lightning blitzes and even practice cannibalism. They've become feared warriors who suffer from a deranged state of bloodlust known as the Crave, a feeling of unbridled power, making each fighter almost unstoppable in combat. Kolaghan was born to the storm's fury, but rose to be a Dragonlord of monsters and savages. The dragons were free from law and honor, and thus her people developed similar traits. While Kolaghan and her brood may find these traits normal, there will always be a perverse feeling attributed to the clan that now follows her. Warriors lacking honor, free of taboos, and brutal in war. And that, guys, is the lore behind Dragonlord Kolaghan. As a part of this special series, you can now enter for your chance to win a copy of this Elder Dragon by subscribing to the channel and leaving a comment on this video. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave it a like and share it with your friends. It goes a long way in supporting future content. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.